And of course, Mario Bosco's here.
What's up? What's up?
Mario, that looks like a big black cock is in front of you. That
What is
the big
He moves the mic.
Yeah, he does.
Why would you do that?
Why are you don't? I know you like touching it, but well, what do you? Is it comfortable there?
Yeah.
It really looks like a black porno.
You're so bad.
And you're like the little white kid that they need an ID from. Well, you're here too, and Joe Matarese, and it is fun talking about this comedy right now. There's a bunch of people, I think, with the way the world's going, that are becoming insignificant, and one of them are managers. There is a glaring flaw in the comedy business, and it's managers. And I'm sure you're the same way. Coming up, every successful comedian who was the next level, like the Norm Macdonalds and David Spade, they all had a manager and an agent. And I figured, I guess that's what you need, right?
Yeah,
but
we are from that generation. The young guys don't feel that. Anyone who's been doing it from the '90s on,
right,
thinks they need this whole set of.
You're
people.
right. And my God, it's a lot of money. Like, I realized when I was on the Norm Show, the sitcom, I was making $35,000 a fucking show, but I was giving away 25% of it. That is like, I remember talking that with Howard. Howard had a deal with Robert Schimmel, great comedian, to do a sitcom around 2004ish, and I had been touring with Schimmel because we had the same agent. And Howard has one guy in his life, Don Buchwald. He gives 10% to. Okay, 10% of $100 million a year. I was given 35%. I mean, and he's heard that. He goes, "Are you guys fucking crazy?" He goes, "Who are you paying 10?" He goes, "What does a guy do?" So he's involved with Schimmel. He goes, "Artie, I got to talk to you." He called me up to his suite. We were in Atlantic City. He took me and Dana there with Beth and to go have dinner at the Borgata. And I'm in this huge suite. He's like livid. He goes, why is a manager in my life? He goes, Robert Schimmel's a guy. This guy's calling me from no, Brillstein Gray. He goes, why am I talking to this guy?
He was annoyed by him?
Yes.
I bet everyone in the industry is annoyed by our managers.
Well,
they hate them, right?
Okay. Peter used to fucking repeat like Mitch Hedberg jokes to me, and they were terrible. I go, Pete, that's a Mitch Hedberg joke. You're ruining it. And I go, do you do that with my jokes? Because they start out not as good as Mitch Hedberg jokes. When you do it, it must be like a piece of plywood talking. I go, don't interpret my jokes because you're horrible. He would make Mitch Hedberg's act terrible. He goes, Mitch has a joke where he goes, the audience is a swimming pool because you're 95% water. I go, what? You're doing the punchline first. You're ruining a joke. You're ruining one of the best jokes ever. Like, if I only knew Mitch Hedberg's for you, I think he was terrible. I'd go, stay away from this guy. I just heard his whole act. And you're doing my act? It must sound like the unfunniest guy at the water cooler in an accounting office.
I do a lot of positive racism. I'm going to do a little positive racism in this situation. You have a Jewish manager. If you don't have a Jewish manager, it's stupid to have one at all.
Say that all.
Because at least do you ever see them when they walk in? They just connect with other Jewish people.
First of all,
when is there ever a bunch of Italians in the room in show business? Never.
I mean, do you ever want to? First of all, Joe, do you ever want to perform at the Comedy Cellar again? Second.
I don't, so that's why I'm saying this. They don't give me spots.
No, first of all, this is not necessarily the views of Artie Lang on the show.
I mean that in a positive way.
I love it. First of all racism has some positive.
That's positive.
There's a guy who does a bit, I think, hilarious. He goes, thank God for racism, man. Otherwise, why would white chicks just always not fuck black? Like, if it wasn't for racism, a white chick would never fuck us. Like, you know, why wouldn't they just always fuck a black guy? I mean, like, if it's you if you and Michael Irvin are in a room and you got your girlfriend, why wouldn't you just always fuck him? Racism. Like, thank God for it. He said, thank God. That was the name of the bit, thank God for racism. And listen, it's a good point. I mean, a chick would always fuck a black guy.
Why? Because their dick's big?
Well, because they're in better shape.
They're in better shape?
I'm going with the stereotype that their dick is bigger. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which to me is not racist. To me, racist is when you think somebody's inferior to you.
I do believe that.
I think they're superior to us.
But I do believe there's some girls that, like, if a dick's so big, it's actually worse. It's if it's so fucking huge, it's worse.
I haven't met. I haven't met that chick.
I'm telling you.
No, listen. I've never been in the room when a woman's had an orgasm, but I hear it's unbelievable. So anyway, I know the Jews do have a thing, absolutely. And it's first of all, this is how Hitler started, which is the exact conversation. The Jews have a thing.
I think it's
a connection. Hitler went, do you notice how when they walk into a room, they have an instant connection with another Jew? Your exact sentence is how Kristallnacht started. But listen, I understand. You want it, my mother used to say, you want a Jew manager. And my guy was Italian. Dumb.
Well, I'm serious.
I know you're serious.
I mean, there's been a few instances in my career where it's been an Italian thing came through, and it ends up being an easy. I don't know what it is. Italians, and I'm sure all races are this way.
Right.
You connect with you don't. All the black comics, they're usually friends with all the other. But there's an instant connection.
Yeah, no, absolutely. In the black cafeteria in high school. And
He's looking for a paisan.
And I used to call, when I was in LA County Jail, they all had their own, during break, they had their own cell block, which I called the sickle cell block. And I gave that joke to the LA County guards because they always have a racist term for, the WAP area with us. I said, first of all, WAP, you got to fucking update that. That's like 1911, WAP. Without papers? I mean, come on, that's Ellis Island shit. I said sickle cell block. I said, guys, how amazing is that? Who could think of anything? And they started using it. I guarantee you this day they use it. I get no residuals. But no, you're right. My mother's so old school. The same exact way. She was like, you should have a Jewish manager. I'm telling you.
How many have you had?
Dorfman's the first one.
First one,
which is why I mean, again. I am an overachiever in life. For my talent, looks, quite frankly, I'm doing very well. I've done very well.
Amen.
Problem is, I lost a lot of money. If you go to CelebrityNetWorth.com, that's the figure I should have.
Did Rick make this HBO show happen?
What HBO show? Oh no, I don't think. No, I did. I think
he was a Jew made that happen.
No, I know, but I'm saying.
Did he bring the deal together?
Look, I'm not saying it's not some hard work on my part, of course. But I'm not a good work. I don't have a lot of work ethic, and I'm I'm not a good businessman. I opened up a water park in Flint, Michigan 2 years ago.
You're a good businessman for other people in the business. You give good business
I
advice.
do?
To me, it's always dead on.
But you're broke.
I think, you know what? It's true. Well, I haven't had all the situations you're correct.
A lot of it's luck. No, well, you know what? Honestly, the Marin thing, Joe, the conversation we're having is Joe was wondering because you did the show and you did very well on it. And he's a fan of yours. He got to know you. And you wanted to know if he maybe during his monologue, he would mention... Because a ton of people in that world do listen to him. You need a good writer for a website. And let me tell you,
not just a good writer. I needed one that actually had credits, good credits.
And also you click with, because that is the whole thing of a sitcom. You have you're a comedian, you're good. If you're going to go to a sitcom, 1 million people could fuck up whatever your act is, whatever vision these people have. And if you don't meet the right one, if Jerry Seinfeld does not meet Larry David one night at the Improv, he's opening for Dom Herrera this weekend somewhere. I'm telling you, because he would have been just another guy who had a failed sitcom. After the fact, with Curb Your Enthusiasm, that you realize how much of that was Larry David. I mean, a lot of that humor was him. The casting and, unbelievable.
Right. Same with all those shows in the 70s. I watched that Norm. I've been watching all these documentaries.
Norman Lear, yeah.
The Norman Lear documentary on Netflix.
That guy was like, him and Carol O'Connor just had the same politics, the same vision, that they knew what that character should be.
And those guys were writing the shows. Norman Lear was writing it, and was he the director or the producer?
He was, an executive producer, the showrunner.
Right.
That's the other weird dynamic. TV is not a director's medium. The director is very much like a guy who just moves the cogs. You tell him what to do. The showrunner is the guy. In a film, it's the director. They're the creative force. But he fucking was going 5 shows he had on. He would go down the line on the same lot. He had the Jeffersons, All in the Family.
Good times.
And Maud. Exactly. All on the same exact time. I mean, that is, first of all, the money. Holy shit. 100 mil.
And he's 93 years old, and he's like, they say he's this just happy-go-lucky guy.
Why
he's not
not?
angry at all.
You know how much money he has?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the money. There's a modern day guy that Chuck Lorre is the 2.5 Men guy. He has 2.5 Men, and I believe The Big Bang Theory. Right there, you've got Spielberg money. I'm telling you. TV syndication is the shit. Ray Romano could pay Al Pacino and Robert De Niro to do a play in his backyard every weekend. I'm telling you right now.
That's good.
He could pay. Ray Romano could call Robert De Niro and go, "What are you getting on this film you're doing right now? This shit film, whatever the shit. What are you getting on The Intern 2?"
You know what was funny is this.
I'll double it. I'll double it if you do a hat full of rain in my backyard.
This production company sends me a list of the writers like who passed on the project, and one of them said Ray Romano passed, and I'm like.
He's not. I'm
like, he's not. Why would he write my show?
What would
He's
they
Ray
write?
Romano. He would write his own show if he's going to write.
Was he going to write the Joe Mattery show in between scenes of vinyl?
No, you're not gonna, I'm like, that doesn't even
No,
make
of course
sense.
not. It's so stupid. Yeah, maybe they're trying to impress you too. But again, my Italian manager did stupid things a Jew would never do. I'll give you an example. Me and Frank Sebastiano were writing. We got a deal. My second year on the Howard Stern Show. Me, him, and Sam Simon got this amazing sitcom deal. We went and took meetings, and again, every single agent out there listened to Stern. It was unbelievable. We had a bidding war going. And again, I was overpaid to write a sitcom. We ended up at NBC and DreamWorks, and Frank and Sam Simon was going to be our showrunner. But me and Frank had to write it, the nuts and bolts. So Frank, there was enough money in the budget where Frank could move back home for 2 months, and me and Frank were going to write the pilot.
So you had a writer and a showrunner. That's a whole different time. They don't have that
And
now.
it was Sam. You had to pay Sam. I got, it was my show, so I got paid a good amount of money just to write it. The deal was if we turned in a script and they turned it down, we got paid all the money. If we didn't turn in a script on time, we got paid half or whatever it was. But Sam moved into the St. Regis Hotel around the block from Stern. And we would go to the St. Regis Hotel, me and Frank, and yell out shit, and Sam would actually type it. And we were getting paid. I'd do Stern in the morning. It was like a glorious time in my life.
People should know that that's like a top-notch 5-star hotel.
Yeah, absolutely. All white hookers. All white English-speaking whores. And, yeah, I said it.
Where are they? Just hanging out in the lobby?
Yeah, they all look like Jennifer Garner.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they all.
Hooker.
Dude,
See, I'm
you ever
not.
go to the Four Seasons in Beverly Hills around? Go to the Four Seasons Friday afternoon about 6 o'clock.
Really?
PM. Throw a rock, you'll hit a whore.
Really? I didn't even know this.
You'll hit a whore and Pauly Shore. Yeah, they're all hookers at the Four Seasons. I've partaken.
Jeez.
The bartender tells you how much. I got a whore for $2,000. She looked like better than Carmen Electra.
Jesus.
Because she left.
Any STD?
Are you gonna? Is that your contribution?
Yeah.
No, you got to bear the kid. These
extra.
are clean whores.
Oh, they clean good.
They have blood tests available.
Save that for your children's book.
They'll give you a doctor.
A doctor's there.
A doctor's with them and performs a blood test in front of you.
Not a word of Portuguese is spoken.
And the doctor's hot. Not a word for you. The current whore I'm dating now. Not whore.
Well, I used to say that if you get famous, that you literally, like, probably one of the hardest things to do would be, like, be a faithful guy. Like, if you got famous, not only is every good-looking girl at every one of your shows want to fuck you, you go to the lobby.
All right.
When comedians are at their weakest, it's coming back to the hotel in the lobby. Forget it.
I never met. Listen, I was always nice to Dana because I didn't say anything true on the air. Now I don't care. I've learned some stuff. I don't care what Dana thinks. So the first time we went to Las Vegas, this is me talking. Anybody who knows me, I was never a ladies' man. When I got on Stern, it was a difference between I was a working actor who people sort of knew before Howard, like Mad TV. Yeah, you're that guy, whatever. On Howard, it went up a notch, and a big notch. And when we went to Las Vegas, it was like being the Rolling Stones. And Howard was in a relationship. Freddie's not going to do anything. And Robin is a girl. I was the guy.
I remember just coming to be near you, and like you were that hot that like the friend near him could get like shrapnel.
Well, I said, you step on a pussy landmine, you get hit with shrapnel. That happened with Cuba Gooding and John Stamos. And I was the guy stepping on the landmine for a while. Look at me. All right, that first week, we were there for 5 days. I fucked 11 strippers.
Oh, Christ.
Okay, I'm going to repeat that. In case my guidance counselor's listening from high school.
When?
I fucked 11 strippers. When? They were coming to my room. There was a butler. Me, Howard, Fred, and Robin had 4 rooms on a 10-room floor on the top of the Hard Rock.
Yeah, I remember that.
Those sweet. Okay, Dana was getting there on day 3. Okay, now we had a butler. His name was Seth, the single coolest human being I've ever met in my life. I would say, Seth, I need socks. And there'll be socks 5 minutes later. I said, can one of the socks be filled with Vicodin? Yes.
I love it.
Okay, a Vicodin with shaved ice. Anything I wanted.
And a performer never gets to be in the same hotel with all his superfans for a week straight. That doesn't happen.
I was trapped among the people. The material of the walls enclosing me was pussy.
The negative was every whackpacker was up your asshole.
Right. Yeah. Well, listen. As long as they stayed out of my room. Basically, we go to the strip club right across the street. The one of the broads, the whore in charge, would come up and say, "Listen, this is what she said to us. Not lying. She said, listen, I know you're stressed. The business you've given us is insane." She said this as if she said, if you need a cup of coffee, come over here. If you need a blowjob to come down, just come here. We'll drop everything.
Oh,
what? Cut to me and Benji like running across the highway. I went to get up. I would walk in and she'd go, someone would blow me. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm not counting the blowjobs. Probably 11 blowjobs.
That was that Spearmint Rhino place, right?
Yeah. I would walk it when I did stand-up, not even with the show. I would go there. And remember the day I disappeared for you thought I was dead?
Yeah.
I was with a hooker.
I know.
The Spearmint Rhino guy. I know. The Spearmint Rhino guy, we go pick 2 broads. And I go, all right. And they were with me the whole weekend. And they weren't allowed to take money from me. Look, for my self-esteem, I said, they're not whores. Someone else paid them. I guess they were, on salary.
There was a budget.
They wouldn't, and my buddy Deej saw this. I took him to Nobu. And the dinner was free anyway. Who gives a shit? I took him to Nobu.
Free dinners.
They wouldn't touch the food unless I said touch the food. I have not had one girlfriend even close to that. Dana, my girlfriend, the first girl I lived with in this apartment. I lived with 3 women in this apartment. Yeah, they all ended terribly.
I actually had a fight with my wife. This is for your married about like how that women
talk about ruining a story.
No, but
I'm talking about fucking 11 strippers. He's fighting with his wife.
But it's about that it's about that pleasure thing,
right?
That like I actually said to her, like, don't you get any pleasure from giving pleasure? Like, and I didn't even mean sexually.
But that's what she's gonna think.
But I meant that also.
Let me tell you something. Okay, I'll talk about the man to my immediate right. He's the direct opposite. Joe was a ladies' man. Very, very smooth with ladies. Very cool guy.
I wasn't smooth.
Now he fell in
Russ
love.
Maneve.
He really fell in love. Now Russ Maneve is, listen, he's Quincy Jones level.
Yeah.
Brian Callen got an insane amount of pussy.
I'm not smooth.
Well, not now.
Even then,
I'm saying you fell in. Really?
No, I needed to be in the comedy club and just get off stage. But if you took me,
that's how I do it.
But but like Brian Callen, some of these guys, they can go anywhere.
Yeah, he was extraordinary.
They don't even need their comedy that we just performed.
No, it helps. He went to Juilliard with $1 billion father.
But they can do it without mentioning money, nothing. They just can talk it.
Oh, and I hate it too. My sister came to visit me, and she was. I said, stay away from my fucking sister. Anyway,
did it work?
Yeah, I don't think you fucked my sister. I would have been able. I would have been able to work with him. I would have had him. Like that's like that guy. The story of the guy who fucked LeBron James' mother when they were teammates. How did LeBron James come back from that? There's people in the basketball world say that's a definite true thing. Delonte West fucked LeBron James' mother when they were teammates on the Cavaliers. Let's assume that's true. How does LeBron James come back? What do you say to your mom What, Mom? What the fuck? What the fuck, Ma? Like, I mean, what the fuck? One of my teammates? That lunatic, and he's a lunatic. And what do you say to Delonte West? Like, dude, God, my God.
What a butana. That's what you said.
Well, that's right. I mean, she looks like Don Cheadle. I mean, that is a sickness. But listen to this. LeBron James's father has never come into his life. Like, he doesn't know who his dad is. Think about the luck of that woman. She would get high and casually have sex with a lot of men. One night, imagine if that night she fucked whoever LeBron James, probably one time. Like, what if she got an extra, piece of chicken at the diner? What if she fell asleep on a bench? What if the guy fell asleep before fucking her and left? And the guy shot LeBron James into her. The guy didn't shoot a 6 guy off the bench. The guy shot a fucking Nike campaign. The guy shot LeBron James into her.
Does he know who it is?
No.
He never.
The guy might be watching the games. The guy might be.
He's never seeked it out.
The guy might be in a crack house watching the games. And LeBron James' dad.
Surprised the dad didn't fucking just seek him out.
Well, that's what I mean. It's very odd. It's very odd. The guy, like, what if for some reason she got on the wrong bus that night? The combination of her pussy and his cock was perfect. He's a superhuman. Did you ever see how he's built? What is this guy? They got to look for the best in shape crackhead ever in the Akron, Ohio area. Like, and he's got a definite look to him, LeBron. See his sons? They look exactly like him. They are soldiers. They are basketball soldiers. Built for fucking, basketball. and this woman is just walking around one night and so fucking loser after loser after loser. And who's walking around in the neighborhood?
The father.
Jackpot. Jackpot.
El Papa.
Shut up. I mean, LeBron James. He shot LeBron James into her. That is unbelievable. He shot a guy who not only is great, has a work ethic, didn't want to could dunk.
I must tell you that she fucked a lot of 6'10" guys that year.
She probably fucked a lot of shitty nicks like Rody Sparrow.
She was just sitting in basketball locker rooms.
That's what I mean. She probably fucked a lot of like those 78 nicks like Eddie Lee Wilkins. But then she found Jackpot. And he found her. He probably came, took some Chinese food and left.
No.
And what he left is a dynasty. He left 2 rings for the Heat. He got the Cavaliers. He shot a Cavaliers ring into her.
Jeez.
Jackpot! We have a winner.
I'm wondering how many mega stars like that are. There's probably not a lot that don't know who their father or mom is.
Wesley Snipes was on Stern once. I made him laugh with this. He fucked Halle Berry when she was young, and I said, "You shot an Oscar into her." He went, "Motherfucker." But that is really like Michael Jordan knew his dad, you know what I mean, and he's proud of him. And Jay-Z's dad was very impressive. He was on Howard once. He told us a story. Jay-Z's dad came back into his life, like when he was mega rich. But I said, "You wanted money?" He goes, "No." He goes, "He was about to die. He just wanted to say he's proud of me." Jay-Z didn't know him. His liver was given out. He didn't come back into his life till he knew he was dying. And he said, "I just want to let you know I'm proud of you." And the guy never asked for any money. How insanely white is that? I mean, right. How insanely right. That was insanely right. Just Dan Ed and Mario laughing hard at the race. No, but yeah, I can't even tell you that is just not. I really obsess about that luck. That was a lottery. She won the lottery that night. What if the guy next to her? What if the guy next to LeBron's dad was a better smooth talker? What would he shot into her? She's probably getting pregnant that night. She was fertile. He probably shot some loser. Some loser that's costing her money.
Who? How many other kids does she have?
Oh, they're all doing shit.
She have a lot of kids?
Like 14.
Seriously?
Yeah.
She has 14 kids?
Something like that.
Holy shit.
How many fathers?
And guess what? None of them are doing as well as LeBron James. None of them are. I don't think any of them are working.
Is that positive racist?
Oh, God. Yeah, none of them are doing it. There's LeBron, who's really towing a lot of the weight financially.
I wonder if he has any half brothers he's supporting.
Do you wonder if he has any half brothers?
Right? That he's supporting.
Danny can attest to this too. 5 kids I went to high school with, I'm paying their rent.
LeBron's our only kid.
Really?
Right, yeah.
Oh, bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, bullshit, Dad. You're such a liberal.
Really?
Bullshit, you're being racist.
How old's his mom that he had a player
28.
hook up with?
She's 28.
She was 16, I think, when
When,
But
she
how
had LeBron.
when the mystery man came in?
Yeah.
how old was she when she fucked his teammate?
When we were in it was right before the DirecTV show.
What was the first time he was on the 2005-ish?
And how did he find out?
It got around the team.
It got around.
Are you kidding me?
fucking your mom.
Talk about gossip. First of all, it really makes you want to party with Delonte West. That's a crazy motherfucker. That's a guy. You know, the other teammates are going, did you hear Delonte West fuck someone on the team? Mother? Not girlfriend? Not wife?
2009, 2010.
Right. And you go, yeah, no, he fucked. Who'd he fuck? Like some guy off the bench? No, no. He fucked the guy's mother. The guy's mother. Mentally, how strong is he? People wonder, how do you guard LeBron James? To me, it's simple. When he's shooting, go, Delonte West fucked your mother. You ever see what Delonte West looks like?
No.
Holy shit.
He's not a handsome man.
Holy
He makes
shit.
LeBron look like a model.
He looks like Jar Jar Binks.
That's a good one.
You think I'm kidding? And he talks worse.
Oh no.
Antonio Cromartie on the Jets says, how many? Help me out, Johnny. He's got 18 kids, right?
And counting, yeah.
Yeah.
18.
With 14 women. You think that's a happy Christmas for him? How much money he's got to make? He's going to be broke. He's a defensive back. What's he make, $3 million a year? Come on. He tried to name all the names once. He couldn't. You don't remember that, Joe?
The mothers or the kids?
They both.
What the fuck was that?
Trying to forget the mothers. Evander Holyfield, how about this? Had 17 kids with 12 women all living in the same house in Atlanta.
Oh, shit.
I guess he thought it was better to keep them close. Yeah. In the same... Talk about a reality show.
What the hell? Why would he want to do that?
Holyfield of Dreams.
Come out of the cornfield.
Holyfield of Dreams. Dan, shoot that over to his people. I want to... Send that over to Rick Dorfman.
It's on Netflix.
Send that to Rick Dorfman. Tell him I got a great... And tell him, stop doing the creative.
How did I not think to come back with that?
Yeah. Let me tell you something.
Don't be the creative.
Right. He might be... I can't even get into it.
What's her name? You were talking about earlier.
Amy Schumer?
Amy Schumer's fantastic.
Absolutely. Well, she's got a bright family. Chuck Schumer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with the policies, but it's a bright guy.
He's related?
Yeah.
I mean, get...
Yeah, why don't you read the paper sometime, Mario? In between selling Zag nuts.
Comedians are naturally pretty bad at business. I mean, I would say 90% of us. Yeah, smart people, but 90% of creative people are not good at money. You know, if every one of those VH1 already went to the bathroom, everybody now. I'm
Piss bucket.
the lead talker, I guess. But every one of those VH1 storytellers, all those guys, musicians, they always got fucked over by their manager every fucking time. Every time. Because we think it's 1970 and we can sit back and just be funny and let somebody do it. But I don't know. Artie.
Dad, do you remember when I asked Rick, what's his name? Rick, whatever the hell his name, the manager.
Rick
Dorfman?
Yeah, I asked him for his contact information because I was looking for a manager. Artie goes, get away from him. He's no good for you.
Oh, what if?
Sorry for
We all remember that date. It's like when Lennon met McCartney.
Yeah.
When you and Rick Dorfman got together.
All these guys out there, they always think that like that's their missing thing. If I get the right manager, this is all I can put this whole thing together. I'm like, they really have not. You have to do all of it, and then let them have a percentage of it.
Okay, wait, all right. So the Sebastiani, this is so fucking funny. So Peter's my manager, and Frank and I have to make a scheduled time to get together and write. So Frank knows I'm doing a lot of stand-up and not to call me because I'm disorganized. So he calls Peter, my manager, and says, Pete, can you, because Howard, at the beginning of the year, Howard would get us together and make, we got, 8 weeks off or whatever. And he would say, okay, is anybody really bad with this week? I'm going to take this week off. Like when his kids were off, he'd take that week, blah, blah, blah. So Howard hadn't done the vacations yet. But of course, we have off on the holidays. Everybody does. So he calls up Peter, and Peter says, "Yeah, Howard hasn't. Hello, Frank. How are you? Howard hasn't given the holidays yet. He hasn't said when he wants to take off yet. But there are some days we're taking off. I'll email them to you." So Frank thought maybe Howard did say. So Frank gets an email, and he goes, "All right, I had to call you this and tell you this." Peter emailed him a list of generic American holidays. He goes, Art, good news. You have Christmas off. He said some days everyone has.
What a meathead.
He said, he goes, yeah, he hasn't, he's taking some days off. I'll send them to you. So Frank thought maybe certain days he sent them. He goes, all right, I've got some. Did you get this email yet about the holidays? Okay, dude, make plans. You are not working July 4th. What a waste. What a waste of paper. A waste of time. Did I tell you about Artie's new joke? What? Go ahead.
He's a mingion.
I know. Whatever. Thanks for making the audience smaller. But it's frustrating after a while. Like, Johnny, do you ever have a manager in this crazy business?
No, not like that, no.
And these are like, you think they're high. And I made the mistake of, I booked this HBO show, and I made the mistake of, I can't say this, I guess. It doesn't matter. Dorfman doesn't listen to the podcast. I can't, we put out a 5-minute promo. I go, Rick, I'm really proud of the podcast lately. We hit a kind of a stride. The promos are good. Can you listen 5 minutes a day? He just doesn't listen. I go, well, how come? He goes, I forgot.
No.
I go, you forgot? What are you doing? Editing 4 courses?
No one knows what you're talking about. That's obscure.
JB Smooth. He really, he really parlayed. JB is on an Emmy Award-winning show, kicking ass as an actor. He should be doing Woody Allen movies. Instead, he's asking the fourth lead of How I Met Your Mother if his raviolis are al dente enough. What the fuck? Come on. And I did. Dan came with me when I did 4 courses. I mean, JB's mailing that in. He's calling in that order. But he overextends people. He's trying to do that with me. I'm like, Rick, I can't. I don't have this work ethic. He goes, yeah, we'll do this, we'll do that. I said, no, we're not. I can't get to fucking one show on time. I do a show on a couch 14 feet from where I sleep. I've been late 11 times. Danny's thinking about running a wire into my bedroom.
He's come out here. I've been asleep on the table.
Yeah. Dude. I'm like, Dan, what happened?
I had a situation with Rick where I was like, Artie would lose his mind. Every once in a while when I have those happen, I'm like, I wish Artie could feel this. Yeah. Like literally, at one point when he was with his old company, he said, I have a production company. That's what they say. All these managers are like,
well, that's how you hit the big time.
But this is what I've realized, I've learned. You know what saying I have a production company is?
Yeah.
All it is
it's like saying you have a marketing degree from Montclair State.
No. It's very similar to like someone saying I can build a house and then they call all the right people.
Right, exactly.
Anyone can call the guy who's going to shoot it, the sound. They just what he did.
You call it subletting in construction. You sublet it out.
He subletted every job out. Right. All he had was the editor. Okay. Right. That was his. He had one guy who worked for his old management company who was the editor, right? So then he leaves companies. So he doesn't have the editor got weeded out. He didn't go to the next company.
Yep.
And now my special is about to air, and then the network starts asking for shit. I'm looking at the special one day. This is how it's ridiculous. I'm looking at the special, and I go, there's no credits at the end. I go, specials have credits. And I contact
Key Grip Union will show you.
I contact the editor, and I go, hey, man, I know you don't work with Rick anymore, but like...
No one does.
And he's like, well, I can't do anything. I can't do anything. I can't work for free. There should be credit. I'm like, well, why? I'm in my head going, well, why did you just hand me this with no credits? So I have to find somebody.
Oh.
So now this is the part where I'm picturing Artie Lang. Not even the credits. It's the next part. The network contacts me again. We need your whole special closed caption. I had to find something.
Oh, come on.
I'm like, there's no way Artie Lang is closed captioning his own
I'll tell you what, I instead of finding a guy to do that, I'd find the guy to hit him with a bat. I'd make a phone call, but not to the editor. I go, hey, Rocco, you remember me? I used to load trucks down there.
You piece of
Yeah, you remember the offer you made me?
My manager pulled a Damone. He goes, I'm really kind of busy.
I know.
That's what he said. I'm really kind of busy.
It's like, shut up.
You're busy.
I know. How about, okay, I go down to play Boca Nuts. It was still called Boca Nuts in Boca Raton. That's embarrassing enough. September.
He's firing
Okay,
us.
September. It was 420 degrees in Boca Raton. My hotel did not fucking have air conditioning. It wasn't working. And I said I can't perform. I physically can't perform. And I barely got through. I couldn't get Peter on the fucking phone. I couldn't get him on the fucking phone.
We should play a game with comedians.
Well, listen what happened. You talk about what he said to you. I couldn't believe it. So I left him messages like, I can't. I said, dude, you're the most important guy in your fucking register. In your goddamn Rolodex is playing Boca Nuts this weekend, and the air conditioning ain't working at the La Quinta Inn. Shit nuts. Where the fuck are you? Shit nuts. I know you're not on a date with a girl. Whatever. So okay, I never get him. I somehow get through the weekend. Now he's making 10%. Okay, he's making 10%.
I give more guts.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Dan, make a note to edit that up.
You got to pull a Dean Martin. He had 6 managers at one time.
Well, yeah.
He did.
He didn't pay him, though. That's the problem.
He didn't?
I don't know. He had a lot of money. That's all I know. Paying 6 managers. So I finally get in touch. I'm at the airport going home. I'm sweaty. I'm looking at my check. I'm thinking of the guy in the front row with the flip-flops and Boca Raton who has a hot tub. Those called terrible, like Tampa. Those Tampa people with the flip flops in the front row. Thanks for dressing up. Yeah, they all want you to go in the hot tub. How do you have money? My father did this and that, whatever. Creepy guys. Those Florida people.
I was just there.
Yeah,
Not Boca Nuts, but I was in Tampa.
Oh, yeah, that's worse.
Last week.
That's worse. Those Florida people, they all have a boat with a creepy name. Hey, you want to come on the period? What?
The period.
What does that mean? You know what it means. He winks at you. Want to come on the menstrual cycle? No, I don't. And then they have a hot tub. Who's going in the hot tub? It's my wife, Tammy. Okay. It's her friend, Tara. Okay. Then it's my friend, Lou. That's where you lose me. You and Lou. Then you get there. Oh, Tara and Tammy couldn't make it. It's just me, you, and Lou. We're going on the menstrual cycle. Yeah. I was thinking of them, and I finally, Peter calls me. All right. I look at the phone. I go, I'm not going to answer this because I'll say something bad. Couldn't get him all weekend. I checked he leaves a voicemail. I checked the voicemail. Here's what the voicemail says. Artie, it's Peter. Sorry I couldn't get back to you. I hope everything went well down there in Boca Raton. Guess who scored a ticket for the Emmys? He went to the Emmy Awards. I said, B, when I finally thought, I said, do you know how ridiculous? You sound like a contest winner. We're supposed to look like we're in show business. Hey, look, you're so excited. You're going to the we're supposed to go to the Emmys. I said, the Emmys? I was at Boca Nuts. Who do you represent at the fucking Emmys? And he's like, I said, who had to sew 2 tuxedos together? If you're gonna go to you're being abrasive. Well, I was in a fucking. I'm making you money in Boca Raton with no air conditioning. You're, trying to get on the Ryan Seacrest show. Could you imagine if I saw him on the red carpet, like at the hotel bar, because my flight was delayed. Imagine they put on the red carpet and Joan Rivers is asking somebody and he's behind the person, like. I go, Pete, I can see you. You're waving behind Neil Patrick Harris. Were you Neil Patrick Harris's date? Is that thing I've been wanting you to? I told you could tell me that thing you've been trying to tell me for years.
Oh God.
Pete's very man's man. We had he was our manager for a long time. Me and Joe had the same manager.
We've had two of the same. I forgot about that. We've had two.
Right.
Yeah.
We're going. We're going from.
And we're gonna get fired from our manager when this airs.
Yeah.
He's firing me, not you.
We're going from winter to winter.
He probably let you fuck his wife. You make enough money that you could just
Well, I hadn't thought of that. Thank you.
start doing stuff.
Well, no, a lot of people go. A lot of people go. You know what? I have a Netflix special. Netflix called my manager. How do you have a Netflix special? Netflix called me. I'm trying to get Dorfman work.
Rich Voss at the Mez line once at a roast. He goes, "Is this how shitty of a manager Rick Dorfman is? I have to call him up and to cheer him up."
That's great.
I have to cheer my manager up.
I said that. I might have told you this joke. I keep repeating it because the topic on some. I was supposed to do a radio show. The topic they do like talk show topics. The topic was how are like comedically how is the mafia and show business? What do they have in common? And I said to Dorfman, I said, Rich Voss can't get neither one of them. He laughed for like 2 days, and I said, "That's your client." Voss is hilarious. That's a funny couple. Maybe their kid will be like LeBron James of comedy.
Funny.
Who do you think's funnier, Voss or Bonnie McFarlane?
They're funny in different ways. I think Voss just like going, like crowd work, just going.
Yeah.
Super funny. Like Bonnie, material. I like her material. Probably.
She's got a lot of smart jokes.
Yeah.
Yep. Very sexy, man. I first met her in she was like 25 years old. She had that little like cab driver hat.
Oh yeah, she's hot.
Sexy as hell, man.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Rich won on that one.
He did. He won. What the fuck? How did that happen?
Because she's probably a living nightmare. Just kidding. Kidding, Bonnie.
Yeah, he's kidding. Yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth medication talking right there.
I've seen her evil
She's probably
side.
a living nightmare.
I've seen her mad before.
Whatever.
It's fucking scary. No, she's scary.
I've seen her mad too.
She's scary.
I can tell she's disgusted with me as a human being. It's like sometimes you think, I think she has respect for the fact that maybe no, she doesn't. Sometimes she gives you a look like, oh my God, you're disgusting. Anyway, and her 7-year-old daughter gives me the same look too. She had her 7-year-old daughter at the fucking the table at the Comedy Cellar. I'm trying to make that kid laugh, and she's giving me a look like, get away from me, you asshole.
She's 9 now.
Yeah, this was when she was 7. She was having soup. Could you imagine shooting LeBron James into you? My God. My God, and then fucking... Maybe she thinks Delonte West will shoot another Hall of Famer.
Oh, God.
What if they had a kid? What if his half-brother was... Your stepdad. What if they got married? His stepdad is Delonte West. Tell you what. Say what you want about LeBron. He got a ring in Cleveland. That is it. He solidified it, man. I think he could even leave again now. He should have a press conference. Go, can I go now?
Let me out! Let me out!
All right, guys, enough. Can I get the fuck out of here?
Can't wear brown anymore.
Yeah, my God. Look at the dark circles around your white people's eyes. I listened to Springsteen's third album. The jobs all went. Springsteen made so much money in Cleveland in the late 70s. Every song was talking directly to Cleveland. Directly to them. And I got Mary Pigs. And man, it was all she wrote. And for my 19th birthday, I got a union card and Indian season tickets. Oh, the circles around their eyes. Dark circles. The song Race in the Street talks directly to, it reminds me of every broad. There's a line there that reminds me of every broad in Cleveland. Every broad in Cleveland. You know the line I'm talking about, Race in the Street, where he goes, but now there's wrinkles under my baby's eyes. She cries herself to sleep at night. Oh, God. How depressing. That song Factory reminds me of my father. Oh, God, it reminds me of my dad. Jesus Christ. Man takes his lunch, walks out the mall, the working, just the working. That song scared the shit out of me. The working, yeah, the working. Oh, my mother making him lunch in the morning. 2 degrees. He would have to take a ladder off a fucking van. He would have to scrape the ice off the ladder. And climb a roof. $60 he made, 3 hours. He'd want to shoot me. Anything I bitched about, he'd want to shoot me. Anything. Dad, can you believe it? I had no air conditioning in Boca Raton.
For 10 minutes.
He'd still be punching me in the face. Oh, did you? You know, air conditioning, you fucking fag. No one said the word faggot like my father. It was like rolling off the tongue, man. He said it was brilliant. Like Mario, say something.
Faggot. Italian style, he told you.
No, it was American.
I know American.
Pinocchio. If they couldn't trace my father back to the old country, he would have had a good job.
What would he say to you if he was still here today?
You faggot. How's your faggot podcast coming? Is that faggot Mario still there? How's that faggot Dan? Joe's a good guy. I like Mario.
So you don't call him a faggot?
My father?
No, Joe.
No, I wouldn't call Joe a faggot. Joe and John will be all right.
Let it slide.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
It's not our place.
Joe's an airport kid.
I got a quick question for you. I want to Can I segue?
Well,
Keep going.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I don't want to do that.
Well, no, I'm just saying. Me and Dan had another moment. What's the word you used tonight? Guave?
Oh, God.
Dan bought these dryer balls. All right.
Dryer balls?
Okay. Have you ever heard of dryer balls?
They
The blue balls.
They make your clothes smell nice.
No,
and you throw them
is
in
that
the
what it is
dryer. Is
about
that what you're
smell?
talking about?
No.
What's it about?
What's a dryer
Because Dan
ball?
claims every heterosexual guy knows about these. And I claim they don't. Go ahead.
With the smaller dryers and the amount of towels that we use, it helps to dry the towels faster.
Really?
Yeah.
Balls do? 2 balls do?
Yes.
How? Why?
Because
Explain the science.
They hit each other, and then they make the towels
The
fluff out.
balls hit each other and make the towels fluff out?
Right.
How big are the balls?
Okay, name one heterosexual guy who's ever said that sentence.
I saw that
The
infomercial.
balls hit each other and make the towels.
You could get him at Bed Bath & Beyond.
Yeah, whatever. Case closed. I've never been to Bed Bath & Beyond. So wait a minute. Okay, so he buys dryer balls, and he shows me them. I don't get it. I'm eating. But again, fine. Take the dryer balls because it's very. I've never lived with a broad who does better laundry than Dan. And it's quick. There's always towels here. So
He
Nice
likes,
thing he's ever
he
said
likes
about
pleasing people.
he does. But sometimes,
Not like my wife.
But well, is she a living nightmare? Wow. A more honest sentence. I've never heard Joe more honest than his Bonnie McFarlane review.
It's like how Rick's not going to listen to the podcast. I know my wife's not listening to this.
Well, this is great. Let's keep talking.
She's not a giver.
Well, nobody listens. If you just only worry about offending one of my cousins, you'll be fine. All right.
Artie fan club.
Here's what happened. He's got a good work ethic, Artie.
Guy's awesome.
Okay. He takes the clothes out, and one of the balls drops. And I step on one of the balls, and I almost broke my neck 3 times. So the towels fluff better. I'm like, what is the end game here? And I paid for the balls.
And the towels.
And
I paid for the balls.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Whatever. So I go, Dan, today I go, listen. This is after, by the way, he has 5 Brussels Griffons, dogs. And I said Brussels Griffin, and he got mad at me. It's Griffon. I said, where you go? He goes, it's pronounced Griffon. I go, you're mad at that? That I said Griffin? He goes, well, it's pronounced Griffon. I go, I never heard somebody say Griffon. I go, not one kid I played softball with said Brussels Griffon. All right.
Who plays Dan in the sitcom? Gets the part.
Neil Patrick
It's
Harris.
like if you said Doberman Puncher.
No, it's not even close to that.
Yeah, it is.
No,
Dan, it's not even close. All right. All right, listen. So I go, I'm going to trip on the dryer ball because I almost tripped on it today. And I went on to cancel this podcast. Cut the door for not working. So he goes, oh, come on. Your guave is way worse. What is it, Dan? Say the name of it. Say the name. What did you say?
His duvet. Now,
okay, wait.
Tom,
Dan, please don't give me the bullshit.
You don't have a duvet?
I will let you talk. You can defend yourself. Just let me finish. He goes, your duvet. You can trip over your duvet. Way worse. I go, my duvet. I go, what's a duvet? Do I have a duvet? He goes, your duvet. I go, Dan, what the fuck is a duvet? I swear to God. He goes, you don't know what a duvet is. I know. I don't know what a duvet is. He goes, your blanket, your comforter. I go, you call that a duvet?
Yeah,
that's
a
the
duvet.
name of it.
Dan.
How did Matthew Perry get the part?
Joe.
in The Odd Couple.
Okay, Joe. Have you ever heard of duvet?
I have, but that's only from women.
Right. You ever heard a guy say it?
Oh, I'm not saying.
Have you ever heard a heterosexual guy say duvet? No. Would you call it a duvet? Or a comforter?
I'm like one of these.
I don't know. Come, please. Why don't
I said I wouldn't.
You would say your duvet.
My duvet cover. A duvet is a cover that goes over.
You would say a duvet cover.
It goes over the comforter.
All right, I don't want to talk.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah.
Johnny, what would you say?
I say comforter.
Yeah,
but the
right.
broads say duvet.
Everybody would say
like you do.
Everybody would say comforter.
It's a duvet.
You're a little fruit.
I ain't no fruit, you
Yeah, you
fucking
are.
jackass.
It is a fruity
It's a
word.
duvet. It's a duvet. It's a friend.
It's a duvet. You say your blanket, your cover.
No, you cover your ass. The duvet is
His wife made candy, called her a
Okay,
chocolatier.
listen. A duvet is a very nice
I'm going to need you to
comforter.
shut up.
It's not a comforter.
What is it then? So then he backtracks. He goes, I only know that because of your mother. I go, no, you don't. I call my mother up. She goes, I never said that around Dan. And she goes, you don't have a duvet. It's not even a duvet.
It's not even a duvet? I thought a duvet was just the cover that goes over the comforter because the comforter's all gross and dirty. And
I don't know what the fuck a duvet is. I never heard that word before.
It's a bedspread.
It's not nothing. It's a fucking something you don't say.
Isn't a duvet the cover?
Shut up.
Cover the mattress.
Just shut up. You say your blanket.
It's a thing you don't buy when you're buying a comforter.
Right, the thing you pretend is Carmen Electra every night. God, I've come in that thing. Do you know how many times I've come in that duvet? But Dan, so the duvet. My point is this: I know for a fact Dan is heterosexual, but I guarantee he's the most unique heterosexual on earth because no heterosexual man has 5 Brussels Griffons. Corrects a guy when he says Griffin. Says chocolatier, duvet, and buys dryer balls. Dan, go ahead.
There are guys that are heterosexual.
Tom, my friend, Tom Brenneman,
Sorry,
who's the
everyone.
broadcaster.
Sorry, everyone.
By the way, go ahead.
In one of the hotel rooms
You have a friend named Brenda?
on the road, he tripped over his duvet and broke his jaw.
Dan, what does that mean? What are you talking about?
And he still has to this day TMJ, and that was like 20 years ago.
AZT?
I said
He has
you
AZT?
have more of a chance of tripping over your duvet than my dryer balls.
It's such a great scene.
Okay. The sentence he just said is,
Hilarious.
you have more of a chance tripping over your duvet than my dryer balls. And he doesn't think that's gay. He doesn't think that's gay. Because Dan doesn't know what hanging out around with the guys is because he was stuffed in a locker. You were stuffed in a locker. And when you admit this, you'll be so much freer.
Yeah. You know what?
Dan leaves the fuck. What?
I see. I can't say.
I know because your real you's coming out. You're angry. Dan makes more money on this podcast than I do, and I'm not allowed to comment on it. Mr. Big Shot, if you're not happy, you have to leave. You have a bigger chance of my duvet than your dryer balls. Does anyone ever? Has a man ever said that? If my father heard me say that, my God, he'd be hitting me with a fungo bat. It would say Adirondack right here.
Well, there's definitely a huge difference in saying duvet in the 70s versus 2016, throwing it out there. It's a different situation.
No one.
Thank you, Joe.
No one who likes pussy duvet. No one. Ellen DeGeneres wouldn't say that.
It sounds like it wasn't even one, though. Like it was. You were calling something that wasn't it.
It wasn't it. Exactly. He went out of it because what Dan does is passive progressive. He lets me know he's smarter than me and more culture.
Dan, do you call everything that goes on top of the bed is called the duvet?
How about
everything that covers the bed is the duvet?
How about Robert Duvet?
Robert Duvet.
This is my friend Duvet.
Robert Goulet.
I'm going to the vineyard with Duvet.
Robert Duvet.
And, so again, now we had a moment this weekend where he was coming to the Comedy Cellar to meet me, and he disappeared. And
oh, that is such bullshit.
So I said, "Where were you?"
Such a liar.
I said, "Where were you?" Because I keep telling him, "You could come out to me. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not the gruff guy people think I am."
Joe, you'll appreciate this.
Listen.
He said, "Let's have dinner at 7 o'clock."
Listen to me.
At 9:30, I'm still texting him.
Dan. Well, I would have been there. I tripped over my duvet. Tripped over my duvet.
Artie hates plans.
If you don't want
you
your
can't do
duvet.
I hate
plans.
When he
plans.
called me up, he
Dinner
said, "Let's go to
plans.
dinner." I said, "Okay, fine."
I would see if you would meet me.
You can't give him a time. It's
No,
over.
I don't like.
I
you're
didn't
right.
give him
Joe's
a
right.
time.
Joe's right. Well, I have to keep taking the dryer balls out too because I don't like them in there. I don't trust them.
I gotta see
don't
these
want 'em out?
things.
I'll show them to you. It's the thing that's going to kill me. And Dan's in my. I put Dan in my will. I told Dan he's in my will, and I don't like that.
It just allows him to overload the dryer with fucking 9 trillion pounds.
Exactly. For your incompetence.
I'm doing towels 24/7 here.
Why don't you just send them
And
out?
I have a limited amount of time because he locks himself in the enclosure, so I have to sneak in and sneak out.
I would just,
when he goes to the bathroom, I run in there and then grab the towels and run back out.
Well, I want to be trapped by one of your Chicago stories.
Can I have it?
I want you to go off on a tangent. I call it a tangent. So okay. First of all, now that I know it's a duvet, I want it out of the house.
I'll take it.
I don't trust it. Well, what do you mean take? You take everything. A robe? Gonna sell that too, jerk off?
Yep.
So yeah. So he said, I said, where were you, Dan? And he goes, I was at the rabbit hole. I said, but I got to the cellar he goes, you weren't there by 12:10. I go, I don't know. I was a little late. What the fuck? I don't know.
4 hours.
Who are you?
5 hours.
Who are the girls on The View? It's like Joy Baker. I told you we're a cheaper version of The View with the obstructed view. I want this to be called the obstructed view.
I love that he goes, I told you. When did you tell me?
The obstructed view.
The obstructed view.
We're the obstructed view. We're a cheaper version. You can't really see us. Okay. Then there's a little moment where I thought he was going to come out to me.
Oh, shit.
And it was very sweet. I said, who were you talking to? He goes, the bartender at the Rebel. I said, you were drinking all. He goes, I'm hammered. I go, and I never saw him drunk. I go, this is you hammered? He goes, yeah, I'm hammered.
I've been drinking since 7. Wait
No,
for
but
him.
I asked you to go to get McDonald's and you were hammered.
Right, I'm not going to go. I couldn't drive.
Yeah, but you don't want to do it. Just say you don't want to do it. You don't have to do it. It's not in the job description. Just say you don't want to do it. You don't have to lie to me. You weren't hammered.
I was hammered.
This
I've
is-
been
you look- you
drinking
talk-
since 7 o'clock.
You were drinking like a duvet.
Yeah.
You were drinking. You told me. You had 2 beers.
Bullshit. I had 3 giant steins at this place, this German beer
3 Johnny
house.
Steins. You had 3 Johnny Steins. Did they name a drink after?
Because
Where are you at the comic shop?
there's a restaurant on Bowery that has a good duck. So I went there.
Okay, good duck.
This is hilarious.
A good duck. Dan, everything out of your mouth is like just cum.
Yeah, whatever.
It's like you're throwing up cum. You know what? I bought a new duvet. I got some duck. Duck.
I like duck
This
better
is
than I
how a
like
guy
turkey.
gets hammered. I like duck better than turkey.
So I had 3 giant steins at this
Who
place.
says Stein? Who says Stein?
They were. It's a German beer house.
Dan,
That's
you-
how they drink.
You're
in the
trying to be
beer
a guy.
steins.
You're one of those guys who says,
whatever. Yeah, okay.
I like Monday
co-
evening football.
Is that code for Jewish guys?
He goes,
Stein.
yeah, exactly. I had 3 bear steins.
So then Artie called and he said,
3 Barry Steins.
3 bear steins.
and he said, "Do you want to go have
Bears
dinner? I'm going
I-
to go to the cellar around 9:30. Do you want to go have dinner?" I
I
said,
had 3
"Sure."
dolphins.
He said, "Okay, I'll text you when I'm coming in."
Right.
And
I was late, like heterosexual guys are.
5 hours.
Well, that's what we
So
do.
around 10 o'clock, I texted him back. I said, "Hey, listen."
I said, you know what? I said, you know what? Here's what guys do. We're a little late, but we figure our guy friends have a couple of steins. I'm not worried about my guy friends. He'll have a few steins with the guys.
So then I went to this Italian.
Hey, you guys want to go out for Monday evening football and get some steins? Maybe they'll make a home run.
And duck.
Maybe the Bears will make a home run.
Duck,
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get some. First of all, I have to wash my duvet with the dryer balls. Get a duck.
I've never had duck.
Never, of course you didn't. You know what you never had either? Dick. What goes better with dick than duck?
He wouldn't chance it.
I have duck. I'm getting duck and dick.
I'm gonna duck the dick.
We're changing the U to an I. We're changing the U to an I at about 9 o'clock.
Duck a la Roche.
Dan, everything you say, I don't have to argue. Everything you say is gayer than the next. You're going to become Richard Simmons. If I let you finish the sentence, you'll be Richard Simmons.
I do believe he's heterosexual, though.
Okay, I do too. Which
That's
is why
what's
he's
funny about it.
He's astonishing.
It's astonishing.
It's actually, I think he's the only person on earth who has duck and stein.
His dad was your dad that way? Very similar to you?
No. Dad is
I already talked to my dad last
His
week.
dad's a classic gay father's dad, gay guy's father.
He's like, what are you doing?
Yeah. He's afraid to come out.
Really?
Of
Did
course.
he have duck a la Roche?
No. Mario, every time you say that, it's funnier, less funny than that. But your father would be mad if you were gay, right? He sounds it.
Huh?
But I know why you don't
There's
come out.
no chance of that ever happening.
What, your father being gay?
Father being mad?
Oh, no, right. No, I know you're not gay. I'm saying, but if you were.
I don't know what my father. I can only tell my father's reaction from
Okay, I'll go to our DVR right now. Ready?
how he used to rent apartments in his buildings. I knew that there were no single guys in there. That's for sure.
Just gonna go through the shows that
What are
he
you talking
records.
about? Single guys? What are you talking about?
No gay men allowed in the
Oh, wait a minute.
apartment.
Where's okay? Seth Meyers. That's what he taped.
Cause you're.
No, where you have the affair. Where's the affair?
I took it off.
Oh, you did? I come back from being on the road. I come back from being on the road. It says the divorce on the DVR. I go, what is that? It's the new Sarah Jessica Parker vehicle.
I watched it. It's
saw the
on
pilot.
Who would
HBO.
watch-
I gotta be
Thank
honest.
you.
I
Who
saw
would
the
watch
pilot.
the divorce? Dan, please.
Joe watched.
But
it.
I only watch it
His
because
wife,
you beat
his
on
wife
Joe?
watched it.
I only watch it because the production company that produced it is the one I have to deal
Exactly.
with.
I would
So
watch it if I
watched
was on it.
I'm watching.
And I got pissed at my manager on that too. I go, dude, have a deal with the production company. I'm watching Divorce. I see his name in the credits as the executive producer, and they're filming the show in Westchester, New York, where I live.
Dorfman's executive producer?
No, the company I have to
Oh,
deal
yeah,
with,
man.
Capital
Well, first of all-
Entertainment, is the production.
What
company.
guy doesn't have a couple of steins over the divorce?
No.
We're getting some steins of beer, a big duck, and an enormous duck. A huge duck.
Duck's hilarious.
He's stuck in front of Taylor. We're getting a stein, a duck, the divorce, and then duck turns to dick.
There's no divorce without an enormous.
And then our chicken turns to cock.
This is why, is that Odd Couple show still on the air?
Yeah.
But it's like why I would never watch it. It's like
What,
why
Yehuda?
would you not make people like you and Dan are really far opposites? It's fucking so much funnier
Well,
than
but Dan can't
Matthew
act.
Perry and that other guy. No, I'm just saying.
Apparently, you didn't see me in Crashing.
Yeah, well, yeah, Dan comes from Crashing. We're doing the podcast. Judd was nice enough, Judd Apatow was nice enough to put our podcast in the finale of Crashing. And Dan dummies up. He doesn't say anything. because they like this dynamic. That's what they like about it.
It's hilarious.
Like what
But
Joe
no, I was
saying.
told not to because they would cost them. They told me not to
Oh,
speak.
because then why do they drag you there?
I don't know, but they said, "Listen, you cannot talk."
Authenticity.
We need
And
an
then when I
authentic
laughed,
guy not speaking.
when I laughed, that assistant director like hit me in the back of the thing.
Yeah.
He goes,
well,
"If we're-"
yeah. Because I was talking. I said, you know what though? In the next season, we have to do a Stein where you come with a Stein
and
and a dick. And a duck.
I won the beer drinking contest. The Cubs, every time they would go to Dodger Stadium, there was a German restaurant behind the stadium, and on Saturday nights we would go to this restaurant. This is what he does, and I won the beer. I won the beer.
This is
drinking
what he
contest.
does.
I won this night.
I won the beer drinking contest.
The cum drinking contest. You're the best beer.
I
drinker
beat out Sutcliffe, Maddox,
Richard Simmons.
Can you put the Eagles game back on? I want to see them blow it.
Richard Simmons.
Grace, Brian McRae. Beat all of them.
Brian McRae. The black guy in good shape. That's the other thing. You're always watching a show with a good-looking black guy on it.
Oh,
Always.
what show do I watch?
Every show with a good-looking black guy on it. I didn't know there were so many shows with good-looking black guys on
Maybe
it.
he wants to share a duck with him.
Wait, just let the silence go.
That's great.
How deafening is the silence? You're going to be the new Buschetti. The best thing about the DirecTV show is letting the silence. We would make Buschetti tell a joke. And then one time we just cut to commercial after 2 minutes of silence, and it just faded to black. So Buschetti's face faded to obscurity. He faded back into Staten Island.
The best one was when he was on, when it was like 10 degrees out that one time.
Yeah.
And he, hello? He gets going to go.
You never hear Buschetti say Stein. or duvet. Artie the duvet. Artie, my dryables. I tripped over my duvet.
That reminds me, you were with him the other night. He was the night he was supposed to come. So what happened?
The night he came. Yeah.
Dan's desperately trying to change the subject. Dude, I'm the master of deflection.
Yeah.
Okay, but no, we'll take a break because it's tense. But I want to show Joe the dryer balls anyway. And do you know what a duvet looks like, Joe?
Oh yeah.
You do?
I wanted to hear Mario say that line again. What was
say it again.
what was his? Wait. Give me time.
Are you gonna?
Say it again.
Which one?
Your punchline that you just did.
I don't remember.
He just said it 3 seconds ago,
What'd you say?
and you said, "Let's let the silence." Just what did he say?
I forget.
I forgot.
We'll go
Nobody
back.
knows. That's hilarious.
It's
We're all
insane.
such great listeners.
Well, he put on an album
idea.
called Forgettable.
Fuck did he say?
Unforgettable.
Oh, he said duck. He said something with duck, and it got nothing.
Yeah.
I wanted him to
No,
say.
he said, did he change it to did he take a duck with him or something like that?
Yeah, say it again, Mario.
I don't
Just do the
Just
punchline.
say, did he take a duck with him?
Did he take a duck with him? Crickets? I'm waiting for Mount Boredom.
No, we have Mount Boredom. When he talks, Mount Boredom? It's a volcano of boredom. Listen. Whenever he talks, like it's boring, a boring volcano.
It builds.
Wait, just like say something, Mario. Say you have a story about Bensonhurst.
I don't have nothing.
Just say something. Come on, dude. Play along.
What do you want me to play along? Okay, yeah. Duck, dick, duck. Tic tac duck. Tic tac toe.
Mount Boredom's are up there.
Duck, duck, goose.
He's not going along with it, but when he falls for it, he'll fall for it later on.
I'll fall for it.
And then he pouts when Mount Boredom erupts. Dan does a perfect build that goes above him, and then you see Mario like pouting.
Yeah.
I do his pout good.
Now,
like,
will Dan the Duck be the subject of your new children's book?
Dan, wait a minute.
No.
First of all, the duck thing is new too. When have you ever? I've never seen you eat a duck.
What are you talking about? I
Well-
told you I go to Italy on Sundays
Italy.
because they have a good duck.
Is he trying to say Italy?
You go to Italy.
Italy, you
go.
moron.
Wait, you go to Italy
What's
for dick.
Italy?
The restaurant.
The Mario Batali restaurant.
Oh,
Italy.
The Marbatali restaurant. You go to Italy for dick.
No,
You wear
it's a
orange
duck.
Crocs when you walk in.
I asked him, I said,
that's
do you
gay.
want to go? Do you want to? They have. He goes, where do you go on Sunday mornings? I go, Italy has a special duck.
That's it.
You know, it would be funny if Dan.
I like duck, but I like turkey. Or
like duck. Make him stop. Make him stop.
He can't. He can't.
I like duck.
It's too much.
You know why I like duck, don't you?
Because you're gay.
No.
You should make.
Do you want to know why I like duck?
Dan,
Do you want to know why I like duck?
Dan, it sounds like dick.
Do you want to know why I like duck?
Why, Dan?
Because duck has more dark meat.
Yeah.
Oh no, it does, doesn't it?
Make Brown Boredom go.
Can I hit that button?
You know you're funny every time. You know when you're not funny? When you try to be funny. Yeah. I told you.
That's what I like duck, because it has darker meat.
The fact that you just you're with another guy and you say duvet, that proves you don't know anything about hanging out with guys.
Yeah, whatever.
And I think I feel bad for you because you're blocking out. So, okay, here's what I'll finish with the rabbit hole guy. You say to me, he goes, I go, you paid for all those drinks? I'm sorry, I'll pay. He goes, well, I know. I go, how come you didn't pay? He goes, I drink for free. I go, they gave you drinks for free and you're hammered? You got 5 Steins for free? He goes,
that was a different...
He goes, well, I know the guy. I go, you know the guy? From where? Well, when we did the DirecTV show around the block, I'd come here every once in a while and drink. And we got to be friends. I get, you're friends with the rabbit hole guy? He goes, yeah. And then a little smile comes over his face. And I said, this is touching. Dan is going to, because you looked at me, you said, well, you know what? It's a good time now. I'm gonna stop living a lie.
Is he gonna come out of the closet?
Yeah, Mario.
Oh, God.
Thanks for fucking just putting a sign on it. Yeah.
I can't do it.
I thought you were gonna say, yeah, he's the one. And because you disappear on Saturdays, I don't know where you go. Your phone is off.
My phone is not off. My phone this one time, because I didn't think that I was going to have to wait 5 hours.
Your phone's always off. And I realized
it never is off.
But you were together.
The only time if my phone is off is when I go to Mass.
But
you know that.
Okay, now why do you go to Mass?
Huh?
Why do you go to Mass?
Whatever.
What, you don't go to Mass? I go to Mass.
Just shut up.
Because duck is a sin.
Because there's dudes there.
Yeah, whatever.
It's an all guy. It's an all guy mass.
Well, why do you go to Mass?
I don't know.
Yes, Dan, you know. You've said it on the air before. You're not religious. Why do you go to Mass?
I go for a sense of community.
Yeah, I've heard him say that. You got to put a list of all of his things and then have him say anti-gay things at the same time.
No, I know. That's what I mean. Like
that would be a funny scene. If he's like, I like Duck and I like Rick Steves.
He doesn't think
there's too many gay guys here. I hate it here.
He gets the sweats around Rick Steves and can't stay in the same room. Is he not the most unique person on the planet Earth? You are radio gold, man. You are there could not have been a better guy. There could not have been a better guy. Because I'm an asshole. You're a nice person.
And he didn't get
right? I'm the only asshole you don't like.
Dan, you didn't really speak on the digital.
I'm the only asshole he doesn't like.
You didn't interact with him on the DirecTV show, though, did you? Like, out loud?
Not as much. Not as much.
I don't remember him ever being on mic.
Well, that was when Nick worked there. It was a lot of bullshit. First of all, you only had 8-minute.
Oh, they were short.
Yeah, which was sucked. It was regular radio. We couldn't get into the duck and the. But no, Buschetti doing the weather just every night. We could have done that for everything he did was funny. That clip of Buschetti trying to sneeze is to me the funniest thing in the history of television. And some people think he's faking it. I said, if Buschetti's faking that, you're looking at Brando, Pacino, and De Niro wrapped in the fucking one.
He wasn't on camera. He didn't know. That was a. We just caught it out of the corner of our eye.
No.
He's trying to sneeze. Like, and he can't sneeze, and you can tell he's frustrated. Joe, I don't know how to explain it. It's the funniest thing in the history of television, right?
How long did it go?
Well, Google it. You'll find something. It's on your phone. All right, Dan. We're done. Any plugs?
I got one.
Go ahead, Joe.
And you're involved in it.
Absolutely.
Your plug. Artie's doing my live podcast on December 13th, the Village Underground in New York City. Artie is a guest on the live podcast along with Jim Norton and Anthony Cumia. All three of them on one stage. Cool. With a band. Get Artie up there. Get him to sing fucking Night Moves. December 3rd. Go to joematarese.com for tickets to that on December 13th. That's my only plug.
Johnny?
At Johnny Stein, that's spelled S-T-Y-N-E because there is no I in Stein.
Like he drank a stein of beer.
You stepped on it, dude.
Okay. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and thank you to Ian from Twitter. He's a fan of the podcast. He came to my book signing.